Hey guys, Sean here. So I was really thirsty this morning and I came over here, nothing's coming out when I was trying to get some water. I have a GE refrigerator freezer side by side here, and after a few minutes of exploring I figured out that the problem was I have a water dispenser in here that is actually spraying water out of it every time I push the button. So I have a leak and had to get a new part. GE water dispenser looks like this guy right here. It's a snake. This thing fills up with water, and here's your lines to and from the wall and to the dispenser itself. So we're going to have to replace this, and here's what we're going to have to do. So first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is you're going to need to actually get to the back of your refrigerator. You're going to have to be kind of going between the back and the front. So first things first, make sure you turn off your water and the power to your refrigerator so that you don't have any problems, because you're going to be reaching underneath and the water's going to be flowing, so you don't want that. So first things first, unconnect those. Alright, so just reach in, turn off your water line so nothing comes spraying out, and unplug your power. Okay, so next you're going to need to remove this back panel in order to get to where your water line comes underneath your refrigerator. It comes out from the dispenser in here and runs underneath to the front. So you're going to need to go around and remove any of these screws that are holding the panel in, and I hate flathead screwdriver. Alright, once you have them all off, just remove the panel and set it to the side. And here's the water line right here. So we're going to have to get that out. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is remove this front plastic panel here, and there's two Phillips head screwdrivers, one on each side. They're kind of far back there, and they're difficult to reach, but just get a hold of it and unscrew this side. That's undone, and then to the other side. And then pull your panel right off. As you can see, it's extremely dusty under here, which is typically what happens when these vents are pulling air. So just grab a vacuum and just clean this off before you go any further. Okay, so now your refrigerator is powered off, and you're going to want to, you're going to have to now take out your food drawers and just make sure you be careful with those. You're going to take those out in order to get to the dispenser in the back. Okay, so now we're in here, we've taken the drawers off. You're going to need a flashlight because the power's out. There's a couple things you need to do. Basically, just in order to get things in here, first remove this light cover, and that just pops off. No screws or anything. So then, in order to get in there, you're going to have to undo a couple of things. There's a couple of bolts in here. Okay, so once you have that removed, you're also going to need to undo this light, if your light fixture is right here, because it is in the way of lifting up on this cover.
Go.
Okay, so now we just want to pop this cover off as well after you've removed those bolts. That's the side. And then this styrofoam cover. Now we have finally gotten to the water dispenser. And you'll see here, I tried the other day to use some clear duct tape to patch up the hole, and that did not work. So we're just going to replace the piece now. First things first is to undo it from the back wall here. And there should be a couple of screws, but as you can see, mine's already been broken on the top. So right here. So I'm going to want to replace that one with this new one. Okay, all right. And now we have exposed the water reservoir here. And you can see the lines go in to the bottom here. And that's where we're going to have to pull this out from the back side and the front side. So we're going to need to disconnect the tubings from the back and the front panels. Okay, so now we have to disconnect the water line. This is the short one that's coming in, that's going directly into from the wall, the water line. So this is a compression valve, and what you do to get this out is you pull up right here and pull the water line out. And there's probably going to be some water that comes out of here, so bear with me. And you might want to have a towel. And no water. Perfect. Well, that was easy. All right. Perfect. All right. Now this is the front of the refrigerator, and this is the part of the water line that actually goes up into your water glass dispenser thing up here. So same as the back. You're just going to want to push this in and pull out the dispenser, and this one does have some water coming out of it. Okay, now that you've disconnected both the water lines, it's time to pull the reservoir out. So just grab it and pull. This one I saw had a tag on it, so it was a little more difficult, but there you go. Now your old reservoir is out. Alright, now we are putting a new tank in, and just remember which side the tubes came out of. The long tube that went up to the front came out of this left side here, and you're going to want to feed these in. Feed that long one in first until you get to the point where you can feed in the short one. Start feeding them both into the hole, and then you're good. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and screw the water reservoir back into the back of the fridge here. And that way it's in place. Alright, so now that you've got them in, this is the long end of the line. So once you have it out here, just pop this little cap out. Alright, and I'm going to put it back into the compression and just push it in all the way to that black line. Make sure it goes as far in as you can possibly get it. There we go. So it's completely covered. And then pull the compression link out, and it's good. And then we're going to go back around to the back and do the same thing. Okay, so now we're around the back, and this is the short line. And we're just going to pop the cap out here too, and put it back into this compression line here, just like we had before. Again, push the compression link up, feed your tube in, make sure the black line gets covered, and then pull it down. Okay, so next we should have everything hooked up. Turn your water line back on, and hopefully when I press the water glass against the thing, you should hear some water filling up in the reservoir, and it's going to take a little while for it to get to the glass because it has to fill that reservoir back up. So let's listen. I hear some water. So we got everything screwed back together, and now it's the moment of truth. Will your water pump out? A nice clean glass of refreshing water coming from your disposal. Just make sure that once you've hooked this up, you run a few glasses of water and dump them down the sink, just to make sure you clean out any chemicals that are not chemicals, dust or anything that may have been in your part, and then you'll be good to go, and you'll have your water. Have a great day.